Hi guys, welcome to Mama Bear's Kitchen. Today we're going to make an orange cheesecake. Now I don't have here's what I did earlier for you because this is really simple, really quick. So first off, I need to talk you through what you're going to need to make this. Right, we need a pan for the butter. I haven't started melting it yet because I want to show you just exactly how quick this is going to be. We need a wooden spoon for mixing everything together, and we need a metal spoon so you can press down the biscuit base into your tins. Right, now I've got a really big tin. You can use whatever tin you like. The recipe that I'll put in the description below is for an 8-inch tin. That's 20 centimeters in new money. Mine, as you can see, is much larger. It's 10 by 15 inches. You will need to line it. Mine's a spring form, which means I can unlock it. So I've got a tray, and I also have a surround. And this, lock it back into place, is what I drew around. So I put my greaseproof down on the counter. I put the surround on top of it, drawn around the inside of the surround. Now, if you've got a solid tin, you're going to have to draw around the outside and try when you cut it out to cut inside of the pencil line. Doesn't matter what you draw it with. But once you've cut it out, turn it over. That way, if you've got any pen or pencil left on, it's on the base of the tin. So, right, let's lock my tray back, my surround back into place. So simple. I love these trays. So much easier to clean. So I'll put this out of the way. Now, other things we're going to need. Now I've prepped most of these things for you already. We have the ingredients. Mascarpone. Now bear in mind you don't need this quantity of ingredients. I'm making 3 times the mix. So as you can see, if I'm making 3 times the mix, there isn't a lot here. You've got mascarpone. You can use Philadelphia. Soft cheeses, as long as they're not too strong flavoured, are all good. We've got oranges. You need... These are obviously waxed. You need to wash and then zest them. We have soft brown sugar, caster sugar, squeezed fresh orange juice from your oranges from earlier, and also the zest of the oranges. Now the zest is the orange, not the white stuff underneath. The white stuff underneath is called pith. You don't want the pith. The pith is very, very bitter. You don't need that flavour in your cake. Okay, we need, and this is really good for stress relieving, you need your rolling pin, because the main ingredient for the base, digestive biscuits. We need to put them in a bag. Just any old fairly sturdy food bag. If you get the really, really flimsy thin ones, you're going to have biscuits everywhere. So that's our zester. Let's put that away because I've already zested and I've already juiced. Here comes a noisy bit, so you might want to turn it down. I'm going to finish off taking my aggression out on these biscuits because we need a nice fine biscuit crumb. You ready, guys? Here I go. Very therapeutic. You had a bad day at work, make a cheesecake. Not only do you get the unctuous goodness of the cheesecake, but you also get to beat the living dickens out of something. Okay, so let's have a look. You can see how this is very, very fine now. You're going to have some bigger bits left in. That's okay. There's a bigger bit there. It'll absorb the butter, which, okay. So get rid of the rolling pin. The other thing you'll need, just for ease, because I don't know about you, I'm not very good at catching the pips when I'm squeezing things, okay? Fruit. So what I've done is I've got my jug, I've got a sieve, I've placed it over the top. That way any flesh, any pips, any bits of skin that come off the orange doesn't get into your juice, and you don't have to separate it and sieve it out and a whole lot of faff. You don't need that. Right, so let's get to it. Hope everybody remembers the song. We need to wash our hands before we do anything. I've already sterilised all of the surfaces, and I have my trusty food mixer ready to go. I have the cream beater on the bottom. We don't need the big hooks or any of the big mixing parts. This is a very, very gentle, sedate. This is a lady's recipe. It's all very sweet. So let's wash our hands. Ready, guys? Get out of the way, Mr. Rolling Pin. Are we ready? Happy birthday. 20 seconds for washing our hands. Put the soap on. Rub it into the water. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Le Monde. Happy birthday to you. And rinse them off. Okay, I'll deal with the washing up later. So, I'm going to start. I've cleared the shelf in the fridge because this is quite a size cheesecake and I need a full shelf at the top. We're going to put the hob on and gently, very gently melt the butter. You do not want any brownness in here. You're literally just, it's a hot day, let it melt down, let it relax. This isn't caramel you're making, this isn't burnt butter you're making. You just want your butter to look like you put it on toast. So it's just sinking down. So I need, for the base, block butter. Now, please don't get your spreadables. There's too much oil in there and it doesn't make the base as firm. Block butter is much better and it needs to be unsalted. You don't want a salty base. Biscuits already have salt in. So we have the biscuits that we beat up and we have the brown sugar. When you make yours based on what you're seeing here, there's going to be, oh, there's my helpful servant. The mouse has come in to stir the butter for me. You don't want to have, skip back a bit. When you're measuring your products out, your ingredients, you're going to find that they're very small amounts in comparison to what I've got. Don't freak out. Actually doesn't take that much. And this is so simple. Okay, so let's get back to the butter. You can see it's just melting down. It's not bubbling and boiling. This isn't a Macbeth episode. No hubble bubbled, oil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. And I can hear GCSE students around Britain screaming into their pillows right now. Once this is melted, we are going to pour in the sugar. And my sous chef has just taken over once again. You see, it's very quick. So I've taken a couple of minutes and we've got it nicely melting down. I'm hoping that you guys are going to take the recipe, or the ingredients, sorry, from below in the description and get everything ready to go before you start, so that we can actually be cooking together. Obviously with smaller amounts of ingredients, you're going to be slightly ahead of me melting wise. Right, take it off the heat. It's melted, see it's a little bit fluffy. Here comes my sous chef. In you go with the brown sugar. Yep, it's that difficult. Just mix the brown sugar around, make as much mess as you like. It's your house. Right, thank you. She's very quiet today. I don't know why she's so quiet today. In goes the breadcrumbs. Oh, there's loads of these. Ooh. Breadcrumbs, it's not, it's digestive biscuits, but it's in breadcrumb form. Right, and then we literally just mix it, but remember you've got it off the heat. You don't want any residual heat going into this and burning it, because once the butter and the sugar are absorbed, things will get dicey if they get back on the heat. And nobody needs any bitter tastes in their bread, in their biscuit crumb. Okay, oh look, there's a big bit. Let's just give that a bash. This is not rocket science, okay? This is you making something you fancy in your own kitchen for your own family. Mind, if you decide to make this for the office party, you're going to be a fan favourite. It's very tangy and you don't need much. In fact, you see the size of my pan here? Looks quite large, but this is about 20 to 24, oh, she's cleaning up after me. This is about 20 to 24 portions. Okay, so here we go. You can see now, everything is absorbed. And you just literally pop it in. There it is. Okay, slight hiccup there. My cameraman decided to run out of battery, so we're moving on to their phone, so picture's not going to be quite as good, and we're going to have to splice this together in post-ed. Okay, here we go.
Done by said cameraman.
Yeah, splicing. I don't do technology. I'm a mother, not a computer nerd. I'm a nerd, not a computer nerd. Right, this is where your metal spoon comes in, and you just literally go around and press down, spread it out. It's not going to be a thick layer. Just push it down into the pan. It's quite therapeutic pushing this down and filling in all the holes, especially if you've got OCD. It's like, ooh, let's smooth this out, let's make this look wonderful. It's like some kind of Zen gardening. Get a little rake and start making patterns in it. Of course, if we were Buddhists, this would take forever. I haven't got forever. I've got to go to work later. Okay, so here we go. It's nicely smoothed out. Try not to make it, you know, oops, there you go, tear it apart. Fix that. There you go. It's that easy. Just push it down and try and make it as even as you can. You don't need any mountains or molehills in the middle of this. Okay. So push, 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 push. And you know what? You see there's some big bits there? It's just going to add to the crispiness. It doesn't matter. Right. But, as you can imagine, this is warm. Not particularly warm, but it is still too warm to be set. So, take that straight to the fridge and pop it in to cool. Please ignore the state of my fridge. There's a family of 5 living in here. So, no, not in the fridge, obviously, but in this house. So we'll pop it in there and we'll leave that to set while we crack on with this. I'm just going to wash my hands again because I'm moving on to the fruit. I'm going to wash my hands with the sponge there for a second. Right. Oh, let's get all of that grease off. Butter's not your friend at times. Great if you've got terribly dry skin though. So, on another note, if you are washing your hands constantly, please do use a good quality hand cream. There's nothing worse as a cook because I am a cook. I'm not a chef. I don't do all of this with their cooking. I like food that looks good, tastes good. I don't need Gordon Bleu walking through here and going, no, I'm going to do something chefy. It's not me. So, need a cutting board because I'm going to show you something. Now I've got enough juice there, so I'm going to use this bowl that the orange was in. This orange is quite hard. Okay, when the orange is firm, you're not going to get a lot of juice out of it. So we're going to beat it up. Time to abuse the orange. And we're just going to roll it. Just roll it about. When you roll it, you break up all of the juicy cells inside. All of that nice fleshy bit that you love to sink your teeth into. And now, can you see? It's all ooh and squishy. It's so squishy, it's lovely. So, just to prove my point, cut through the knife, cut through the orange with the knife, and you can see it's already oozing. Now this is where the sieve comes in handy. Okay, so watch how juicy this orange is now. Now, for the single recipe, obviously I'm doing 3 times, remember? For the single recipe, you need about 90 mils of juice. Okay? You see how much juice you've already got, and I've only done 1/2. Haven't got quite enough. Obviously, when you measure it out into a jug. But just pop your sieve over the top of it. You need just that little bit more juice. So you just get your spoon in. Ooh, it's going everywhere. I'll clean it up, don't worry. It's my kitchen, I'm allowed. And you just squeeze more juice out. See? And then there's all of your pulp and the seeds reserved, not in your juice. And your juice is beautifully clear. Tastes amazing. So I'm going to move this out of the way because I don't need this now. Pop it to the side, a la James Martin, and I'll drink that later. Let's get the juice off my hands, and I'm going to give that a quick wipe over because I don't want to move the food mixer forward whilst there's juice in the way. I'll end up with having it stuck to the counter. So, here we go. A quick wipe over just to dry it off. And we're going to bring the food mixer forwards, and I'm going to wash my hands again quickly. Wash, wash, wash. It's very, very important, especially at the minute. For those of you watching in 5, 10, 20 years' time, COVID-19, darling, it's been a nightmare year. So, okay. Oh, hello. She's waving around with the phone. She's trying to do tricks at the same time. Okay, come on this way. Hello. Not everybody is going to have anything quite so fandango as this. This is my treat. This is my toy. This is my little friend. So, would you like me to plug it in, dear? You seem to be having a few issues. Okay. That's because she's moved it halfway across the country. Organisation.
Don't try and do plugging in whilst waving a camera around.
No. Multitasking. She thinks she's a woman. Okay, so this is where it gets really complicated. Are you ready? Now, I need another spoon.
That's a fork.
This here is a funny looking fork.
You tried picking up a fork.
I'm actually using 50 grams less because quite frankly, where I got my mascapone from this time was very expensive. So, I thought 50 20 grams less. I can live with that. So we're just plopping this in. Great word, plop. Sounds fantastic. This is very, very easy for the kids to do as well. And I hope you're all going to get your children and grandchildren involved in this. In fact, pretty much nothing I make can't be made by a child with this adult supervision. So this is actually, just in case you're wondering how much mascarpone this is a kilo of it. Om and om and om. Keep your fingers out of the mascarpone. It's for the cake. So I'll just pop that on there. Bang that off. Again, apologies for the noise. It's only going to get noisier. We also need the caster sugar. Again, this looks like a large amount of caster sugar, and my super little helper is going to throw it in now. Chuck it in without sticking it all over the mascarpone would be great. Good job you're washing the dishes. Ha ha ha. Pith first. Pith. It's not the pith. I'm lying. It's the zest. Now the zest of an orange is a bit gunkier than a lemon. Because incidentally, guys, this works really well with lemons. And the good thing about lemons, you can get unwaxed lemons, which makes it a lot better. And it means that the zest isn't quite so clunky. And it doesn't stick together. And I'm having lemon juice poured all over me. Not lemon juice, orange juice poured all over me. Now, I'm missing my spatula. So, my silicone spatula. Absolute godsend with this particular toy. So, you can see, so far, it's getting really, really complicated. Everything is in there. Oh, wait, it's not. Now everything's in there. For those of you that are inquiring minds, there's actually 3 oranges juiced into there. Works out as about 270 to 290 grams. Milliliters, right? And just drop the whole thing down. Right, guys? For those of you with sensitive ears, this is going to get noisy again, so my helpful assistant's going to step back a bit, and I'm going to play with my toy. Ready? Start it off slowly, because we don't want to wear this. As it comes together, take the speed up. A normal food mixer will do this, one of the handheld ones. You can also do it with a wooden spoon, which is brilliant for the kids. Hard work, and you're going to have muscles like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, what we're doing is we're bringing the mix together so it's a nice creamy consistency. Now the only downside of my mixer is that it tends that I get a void at the bottom of the bowl. So about halfway through, I'm going to turn it off, lift it up, and I'm going to scrape the inside of the bowl and just bring everything together. Okay? And then put it back in again, set it away, and then everything will be mixed beautifully. I can tell you that the kitchen smells amazing. A little bit early, being as it's June, but it smells like Christmas in here. The oranges are really uplifting. Right, okay, that's a good mix. See, it's taking forever this. Oh, I'm exhausted. Lifting it up carefully. Can you see how it's already come together? Let's have a sniff. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to taste this in a minute, but very carefully. I'm just going to brush this off because I don't want to take my bowl away and then everything to plop onto the bottom of the mixer, because that would be really irritating. There's a bit of flesh there from the fruit. So here we go. Oh, dismantle this. Incidentally, I didn't remember to cover up the name on the food mixer. Other food mixers are available. I am not advertising for anybody. That's not my bag. There is no product placement intended. If it happens, it is purely accidental because I'm having a blonde moment. You see how creamy this already looks? But you can also see this is quite slippy slidey in the bowl. That's fine, because just wipe this off and just scrape it back in. With all the ingredients in there, this needs to set. So, lock it back into place. Let's drop it down and we'll give it another mix. About the same length of time. You just want to bring everything together. I've just got it on 2. You don't need to beat 7 bells out of it. You don't want to separate the mix. You don't want it to be too... A few technical issues today. Now my phone's overheated. Right, this is going to be very well spliced together by the film studies student. So, getting back to this, I turned this off when my phone decided to die. And we start again. It's only been a couple of minutes. So we're just finishing this off, bringing it together, and then my favourite part, we're going to give it a go. Every cook's favourite piece of equipment. Oh, will you look at that? Come and have a look at how creamy and unctuous this looks. Wow. Okay. Looks like my phone's going to have a heart attack again. Fortunately, this is done. So we'll take this off, scrape off the excess off the beater, so it doesn't plop everywhere. As I said before, plop, great word. Oh, remember how few ingredients we had? And it has come together beautifully. Now, there's going to be a bit of a bang, because I need to get the ingredients off this. And you can see, when you look in the bowl now, that the zest, I will keep calling it the pith, has stuck to the beaters. This won't happen if you use a wooden spoon to mix, but we'll just take that off and get off. Just bang that off. See? Cook, not chef. I don't do chefy. Oh, what a lot of dishes I've got. But you can see there's quite a bit of zest that's on the top there. It's come off the ears. All we do is get it in and mix it around. And hopefully by the time I do my next cake with you, I'll have found where the hell I put my silicone spatula. So now, where did I put my trusty tool? Child, have you had it? Oh, there it is. Fabulous. Let's have a test. Look at that. That's quite soft. Oh, mommy's first. So, actually, quite a mild flavour with the oranges. In she comes. The child is going in for it. Oh, help yourself to a large amount, child. Very, very mild. So, right. Again, right. Gonna make sure everything's charged next time. Right. Okay. Now. Ooh, small fridge. Okay. So this is now cool. We have a firm biscuit base. It's nice and set. Now we literally, and this is the really difficult part, guys, we just pour it in. Have to say, on this occasion, I used just mascarpone. Now, I'm not as impressed with the flavour. I would recommend doing maybe 50-50 quantities with a cream cheese. Doesn't have to be branded. Cheap shop's own is just as good. Same ingredients, half the price. So we'll just get that out. If you find that the orange flavour isn't strong enough for you, you can either add more juice, find tartar oranges for your next occasion, or just add a little bit of natural orange essence. And then it's not cheating. You don't know when you buy it what your oranges are going to taste like. And all we're doing is just spreading it out. You want it to be quite even because you don't want to slice through it in front of your family and they go, oh, that's lovely, I'll have that bit with the 6-foot deep cheesecake on it. And little Billy sitting next to him gets the biscuit base with a smear of cheesecake. And just push it about. Again, like I said, this looks quite sloppy. It won't be once it sets. And you can see the zest poking through, giving you a nice speckled effect. Okay, just smooth it out. And don't be tempted to clear your spatula with your tongue. Because, ladies, when you get to a certain age, like me, it's not kind on your waistline. Good gracious. That's it, technology. I'm not a techno geek, and this thing keeps breaking down. So, if you're noticing there's jumps in it and how it's smoother now, that's what's happening. Right, so, having a bad hair day with technology. Okay, anyway, we've got it done. We've got it made. We've smoothed out the top. You can prettify it now if you want. With little bits of mandarin segments on it, or whatever it is you want to do. But for now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the fridge and I'm going to leave it alone for 2 hours. It needs that time to set. It needs that time to firm up. And then that gives you the time to get the devastation of the kitchen tidied up. Have a coffee, put your feet up. Ladies, if you're making this in the evening, get yourself a nice glass of wine. Or gin. Don't know much about gin, but enjoy. So, I'm going to get this in the fridge. I need a bigger fridge. But, I'm going to wrestle this in. Oh! Very carefully, because, let's face it, I don't want to clean the floor. Pop that in there. Shut the door. Walk away. Happy days. You have just made cheesecake. Thank you for joining my cameraman, woman, Eloise, and myself, Mama Bear George, on a quite stressfully, technologically failured orange cheesecake. I will just say though, guys, change out the orange for lemons. Beautiful flavour, such a zing, and it's a real palate cleanser at the end of the day. All the rest of the ingredients are exactly as it says on the tin. All you need to do is change whatever quantity you've got of orange and orange juice and orange zest to the same in lemons. But pick the unwaxed versions. So much better. So much clearer strips of zest. It's just absolutely amazing flavour. Definitely my preference. So, to recap, try just the mascarpone. boost of flavour, add a cream cheese. If your orange flavour isn't strong enough for you, add a bit more juice and some more zest, or add an essence. This is your kitchen. You're not cooking for the Queen. Make the flavour that you want, that you put it on your tongue and you go, ooh, I'm going to eat that again. Doesn't matter if it looks a mess. Who's going to see it? Serve it, prettify it on a plate if you need to. Stick it in the fridge and forget about it. You do you. Whatever you like, do that. Cheesecake, it's got fruit in it. This time of year, get yourself some fresh raspberries. Yeah. The final time. This time of year, get some fresh raspberries. Bash some of them up, swirl it through, sprinkle them on the top. Later in the year, do the same thing with some blackberries. Use seasonal soft fruits. Use seasonal juices. Use not from concentrate, because let's face it, we don't need that amount of sugar in our lives. Juices straight from your supermarket fridge. No. A bad day. Mama Dan now needs a drink because technology has taken her life force. So, go enjoy your cheesecake, guys. I'm going to go and sit down and have myself a nice strong coffee and perhaps tidy up my hair. Mwah! Love to you all. Enjoy cooking. Enjoy cooking with your children. Bye.